it has been another extraordinary week in the land of Deal or No Deal. I mean, every game this week was special in its own way, and it was memorable in its own way. We started with Holly on Monday, who very bravely, and I say bravely because of her position, managed to get to 5 box. The offer was given to her and accepted at £11,500. However, she had the punishing prove-out. What would have been the perfect 10% round ended up with Holly having the initial regret. It was the, my God, why wasn't I brave enough to do it? She could have had an offer of £71,000. £50,000 was in the box. And she made this comment about keeping up with the Joneses. And that's when Noel redeemed himself. Because at the end of her game, he was very nice to Holly. Didn't rub in the fact that she could have had £71,000. Faith is restored in the Edmonds. Faith is restored. But it got me thinking, and I don't know about you, but when we look back into 2007 and Noel's introductions, he was goading the players on, telling them to be brave, sort of, in a way, influencing their decisions. But now it's the complete opposite, and obviously he gets told to turn it down, turn it up, whatever. I think it's a fact of what the producers say goes. And at the moment, Noel is really, really punishing Mel, or decisions like Mel's, and I'm bringing her game back up because it is game of the month for me. It's that game that we're going to remember for a long time. Noel's definitely remembering it, but for all the wrong reasons. If you took anything from Mel's game, what you should take is there's still brave people that can play Deal or No Deal. At last, that's been proven, even with Paddy. Even with Paddy, he was declining offers which 80% of people would decline anyway because they were so statistically poor. But Mel's offers, they were great. And we've seen some great offers this week as well. Tuesday was another memorable game. Not for the fact that Jamie came out and played and won £15,000, but the fact that he proposed to his girlfriend. So sweet. No, if I'm honest, if I'm brutally honest, it was tacky. It was awkward. Why? Because he wouldn't have done it otherwise. The only reason he proposed to her was to get an extra £5,000. Money shouldn't come between love. Money did come between love. The banker also came between love. But hey, 15,000 was a spanking. Unfortunately, Wednesday's show was a heartbreaker. It started off so strong. The second offer of £16,500 obviously declined. And the third offer, he stuck at 16,500. Why he stuck at 16,500, I will never know. The combined total of the 3 boxes she took out was just a tad over £15,000. No reason to go down. No reason to stick. The offer should have been 21,000. But of course, the banker goaded Laura on. She crashed, and she left with just 10 pence. And I'm wondering if any of you statsmen out there can tell me, because I'm pretty sure that winning 10p is more of a novelty now than winning a penny. I'm sure more players have won a penny than have gone home with 10p. Maybe you can tell me, maybe you can comment just below after the video's ended. Which brought us to Thursday's game, and it actually highlights the game. It highlights the fact. Play the game in isolation. Darwood took £16,500. The banker was so clever. Hats off, if I had one, metaphorically speaking. The banker was so clever, giving Darwood Laura's offer, what she should have taken, should have had. He took it. The next offer would have been £24,000. His 5-box offer, £46,000. His final prover offer of £75,000 against £250,000 would have been £146,000. In the box, yet again, was £250,000. Twice in the space of 5 games. Twice in the space of 5 games it's been missed out on. The banker saved himself an absolute fortune. And it's times like this when the player's brave and they go on, Mel, Laura, just to name 2, and they crash to a blue. The players that are cautious, overly cautious in my opinion, deal early, go on, and they could have had a huge sum of money. Holly, 15,000, could have had 71,000. Darwood, yeah? 16.5, could have had 46, 146, £250,000. Dave from last Friday. So why? Well, that's deal. We go through periods like this. You can't change what's in the boxes. It's randomly filled. The only thing that you can really change is the player's decision. Well, I say we change that. They can change that. And so Olivia played Friday. Game of the week for sure. Every single one of the banker's offers were great. Fantastic. Dealable. Even the first offer was dealable. After she took out the £100,000 in the first box, the banker pitched 15 grand. That set the tone of the show. Second offer, 18,000. Third offer, £19,250. Her fourth offer, the 8-box offer, was initially the governor, and then he upped it to £27,000. Oh, and guess what flagged up? Mel's decision. We should have a hashtag. Hashtag Mel's decision. It's going to go on until 2016 at this rate. Do you remember Mel? She was offered 26, she declined it. Well, yes, it was the banker and Noel this time which flagged up Mel's decision. Olivia took no notice because she remembered that Mel had a higher offer after declining the governor before she crashed. Unfortunately for Olivia, she didn't get a higher offer, but she did take £15,000 on a very, very precarious £250,000 board. It was 3 blues, 5,000, £250,000. Unfortunately, she could have had a guaranteed 5,000. Yes, she had the perfect prove-out round, but not in live play. The banker's final offer would have been £100,000. She would have swapped. I'm not a great believer in hypo swaps. That's another day. We haven't got another half an hour to fill. I'm not a great believer in hypo swaps, but she would have swapped, and she would have had £250,000. Yes, 3 £250,000 missed out in just 6 games. Dave, Darwood, Olivia. And I've got a little fact for you. This week, the 5 players combined took home £58,000 and 10p. If every one of the players took the max out of the game, I would be sat here saying, you know what? This week, not only have we created 2 £250,000, but the banker has paid out £602,500. That is including the hypo swap. Even if we weren't including the hypo swap, that would be £452,500. An extraordinary period in Deal or No Deal. Is it going to continue into next week? And of course, the week after that, we've got the Halloween specials. So, a lot of treats coming up in store. Hopefully, we won't get any tricky games. I'll see you next week for more analysis of the Deal or No Deal games that we see. Bye-bye for now.